I'll watch it. Chad, people say it's actually really good. People say it's insanely good.
Hey, good human. I have them right by my front door and slip them on without a second thought.
They're made from duck, keeps you cool.
Have safe.
If you miss,
So,
What did your scream sound like?
I don't know. That's. I'm not doing it justice. It wasn't that.
If you were alone in a room with someone who won the lottery, what would you ask?
What was the first
you bankrupt?
thing you bought when you won the lottery?
Have you felt taken advantage of by friends or relatives?
Do you think that winning the lottery has like exponentially like added to your happiness?
I think that.
What?
Hi, I'm Andrew. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Andrew. I'm Timothy. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, what's up, big ballin' boy? What's cracking?
Hey, how you doing?
Dude, I'm doing good, bro. How much was it, man? We want to know. Or I want to know.
Oh, when I won, it was 28 million.
Jesus! 28 million? Bro, if I had 28 million
It's just
right
rent
now,
harder.
man.
It's cringe.
Ooh, I'd go to Cheesecake Factory.
So when did you win the lottery and how old were you?
I won in 1999 and I was 21 years old.
Oh, fuck yeah!
How did
Holy
you
shit.
come into this like winning lottery ticket?
Worked at a gas station, 40 to 60 hours a week for a little over minimum wage, and I sold it to myself while I was working.
Never stop
Were
believing in
you
yourself,
somebody
boys
who
and girls.
played the lottery
xQcl,
frequently?
hard
Like,
work
was this
pays
your
off.
dream to win the lottery?
Kind of a crazy story, but I actually had a dream about winning the lottery a few months before it happened in real life. So I was living in an efficiency, sleeping on an air mattress, just trying to put myself through college. I had this very vivid dream that I had won the lottery. I woke up and it took a little bit to understand that it hadn't already happened. It was that real. And so after that point in time, I started playing the lottery a little more consistently because I believed that it could happen. Or
They represent at least one permission of a dream. I mean,
that it was likely to happen. And some people think that's just coincidence,
shit.
but it happened.
So what was it like winning it?
Oh, it was so surreal.
Right.
I mean, it's one of the craziest things that's ever happened to me. I mean, it was 1 minute you're working at a gas station, next minute you win millions.
because the magnitude of what's gonna happen is what matters. Like you could say, oh man, tomorrow, dude, I'm gonna go skateboarding, and then you go. It's like,
Millions of dollars. I mean, your life is turned on its head. It was crazy.
Could you recreate that energy? Can you, what did your scream sound like?
I don't know. That's. I'm not doing it justice. It wasn't that.
What was the first thing you bought when you won the lottery? Like first thing, even if it was gas. Just what was the first transaction you made after you won the lottery?
This is gonna sound kind of funny, but it was actually a video game system. It was the latest, greatest video game system. It was a N64, and I'm dating myself because that's ancient. But I was 21 years old. This was 1999, and that thing at the time was awesome. And so that's the first thing I purchased.
What's the most expensive
time.
thing you bought?
I've never really been into material possessions too much. I've purchased some real estate, new vehicles. The nicest car I've ever purchased was probably a new Audi A4.
After you get that money, I feel like you have some kind of clarity from certain anxieties. Like you don't think about, the bills you gotta pay. What was the thing you had to worry about after you got like that anxiety covered of having to survive? What was like the next anxiety?
The next one was making sure that people didn't want to use me.
Right.
the real 5-head move when it's just like that. The first thing you buy yourself is a good fucking lawyer. Boom, done. Straight up.
And trusting people. I mean, that was the next big anxiety.
Have you felt taken advantage of
You
by
rush
friends
there.
or
Literally, you rush
relatives?
there.
People can come out of the woodwork, especially if you have to claim the prize publicly or if you choose to. That's very real. That happened to me. I couldn't even go into a grocery store without people knowing who I was. So I had to move. There were people, they wanted me to pay for their debt. I received stacks of letters from people asking, pleading for money. And of course I felt sorry for everyone.
Even if you're not rich right now, you should have a will, right? You should make one, right? If you can and you have the time for it, right? And that reason, ramps up in severity of why you should have it as you, scale up. Does that make sense?
That has asked for.
So if you go from broke to 28 mil, Now now you have to.
For money, I did a lot
Definitely
for
have to get a well.
other people. I did everything that I could. But I also had an understanding that I couldn't just give and give and give everything, or I would go broke rather quickly because there's too much disparity in the world. They view it as you get something for nothing, and therefore I should be entitled to it. Some people feel that way.
How sexy is your credit score right now?
I mean, I can't complain. I can't complain about my.
So it's pretty sexy. It's pretty sexy.
I would say so.
Like
yeah.
Sports Illustrated cover sexy.
Yeah, walking down the runway.
How do you feel about like the taxes in the U.S., for example? Like, should people who have your amount of wealth be taxed?
Well, first of all, if you win the lottery in the United States, that is the initial payment. When you go to the lottery office and claim the prize, the initial payment that you receive is heavily, heavily taxed because it's part of income tax, and it's very, very high in the United States. And so there are lots of people that argue that it should not be so high.
How much do you have left?
Well, I can't publicly.
Chat. Don't you get to choose between lump sum and gradual sum, whatever? Shouldn't you get like gradual, invest a big portion of it, and then just max out all the plans with the government or whatever, so you keep more of the money as like tax on the way out?
Say that because of a non-disclosure agreement.
Lump sum
non-disclosure agreement. Non-disclosure agreement, which prevents me from talking about that.
What do you do for a living now?
I direct a podcast that I created on YouTube where I'm interviewing other people that I find fascinating, including some other lottery winners or people that have overcome the odds in life. It's more of a labor of love, I would say.
So you don't need to be working?
No.
Why don't you retire now?
You can argue that I retired when I was 21 years old. It took me a while to try to understand what makes me happy. And I think for a lot of people might feel this way, like when you wake up in the morning, are you looking forward to something? I couldn't just sit on a beach every day for forever and just, drink Mai Tais and Coronas or whatever, or just be a beach bum. Some people, maybe they could, but for me, I needed a purpose. I needed a reason to wake up in the morning and look forward to life.
Do you think that winning the lottery has like exponentially added to your
How is that boring
happiness?
you? Some people struggle in the past, and all they care about is having their bills paid and not having that on their heads. And then their head is fully clear of all of that, and they can do other things.
I think that, it's allowed, in the sense that it's allowed me to
That's a type of freedom you don't need to fucking take a plane and go somewhere to get.
pursue my dreams without stressing so much about financial obligations it has. Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense, yeah.
But it hasn't changed me as a person. If I had not won the lottery, I still would have pursued film and journalism and pursuing my dreams, because 99.9% of everyone that's ever achieved their dreams has not won the lottery, and you absolutely don't have to. But it can help.
Yeah, that is true.
Do you feel like you deserve the money that you won?
I do.
Oh,
I do.
wow.
I'm forever grateful, though. Do I deserve it more than someone on the street?
You bought the ticket. You know what, dude? That's not ego. You bought a ticket. You bet your dumb ass you deserve it, man. Fuck yeah. Because you know what, dude? You could have not bought it and say, oh, I deserve everything in the world, whatever. But he did buy it, though.
Do I deserve it more than someone on the street? Not necessarily. When I initially won, the exhilaration is through the roof. I was so unbelievably excited, but most of my peers and my family were not at that place. And so once the exhilaration wore off, I even felt a sense of guilt for having won. And I came across this thing called sudden wealth syndrome, which I would have no idea what the heck that even means. I looked it up and I was like, that is really funny, because I feel like I'm experiencing a lot of these types of things.
Knowing what you know now, would you recommend other people to buy a lottery ticket, or would you recommend other ways to make money?
Definitely buy a lottery ticket. Dude,
Well, obviously,
definitely buying lottery tickets. Bro, you should never gamble, okay? You should never gamble, okay? But I remember as a kid, we weren't broke, but we were fine. And my mom would buy a ticket every fucking, I don't know, every month or something, okay? It was $3, okay? And then I would say, oh, why do you buy that, man? We're never gonna win. It's just fucking dumb. And she'd say, yeah, but it's always fun to dream and think about it, right? And I think she was saying that it's worth it to spend the $3 for like the mental like fun that you have going like through it, right? It's like the $3 is worth like that these thoughts that make you kind of temporarily happy. I guess it's kind of cool and fun.
Very.
Well,
It's not really it's not even really gamba. I mean, it kind of is, but
my,
not
my
really.
advice is to only.
And I would always ask my mom. Okay, hold on. Let me back up. I would ask my mom, how much would you need to win to quit your job, Mom? Quit your job? Yo, how much win for you to never go to work again? And she was like, she would say, 3 mil. 3 mil. And I'm like, only? But then, I just thought, 3 mil? I didn't know.
It's very.
Well, my advice is to only, if you play the lottery, only spend what you can afford.
I thought it was more,
But the
dude.
risk-reward payoff, I mean, is huge. If you're spending $2 on a ticket and you hit millions of dollars, I mean, that's a pretty big deal. But never spend more than you can afford and have fun with it. And remember that you do have a chance to win if you play, because that is the truth, and that's my advice. I mean, you can't win if you don't play, and I hate to be that guy, but it's true.
It is what it is.
I would love to meet Timothy after hearing his soothing voice.
Hey,
Hi there.
It is what it is,
Hello.
pal.
Hello.
Hi. How you doing?
Yo, bro,
Yeah,
gnarly.
This
nice to
guy
meet
is
you.
annoying.
What are the odds you buy me a car?
xQc
Out of
Fuck off, bitch! Jesus
100.
Christ!
out of 100,
All right. 1,
2,
2, 3,
three,
57. Okay. I wanted a Honda Civic.
That was close. That was so close.
Jesus. Guys, what's up with the overlay? What's up with it? Why is it coming like some hose, man? The overlay, what's going on with it? Yes, which overlay is buggied out the wazoo?
Yo, this is X on the
Yeah.
beat, yo.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh, you my voice as well.
that S. Anyone knows that boy? I don't know, he's just so soy. Anyone knows that boy? I don't know, he's just so soy.